I'm Zach from 4 Ounces of Freedom, and I'm joined by the A1 Combat Flyweight Champion, Terrance Saeteurn. How's it going today, Terrance?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Doing great. Just a few weeks out, you aim to defend your title for the very first time against Isaiah Torres on May 2nd at A1 Combat 27 at the Hard Rock Live in Sacramento. How's camp been so far, and how's the whole training going now?
Camp's been good, man. I feel like I've been getting ready for something since like December, but yeah, I had some opportunities come up and then they kind of fell through. Stuff that's been out of my control, but then aside from that, camp's been good. I feel good leading up to it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't really, yeah.
And then, standing across from you is Isaiah Torres. He's 7-2-1 out of Colorado on a 3-fight win streak. What do you know about him? And how do you feel you stack up against him?
Yeah, so like you said, he's on a few fight win streak. He's got a pretty good record. I know that he's a striker, more predominantly a striker. He's got like a pro boxing fight and then like a couple kickboxing fights. Um, but also on his record, he's got a submission win too, and I believe he's like a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. So I mean, he seems like a really complete fighter. He knows what he's doing, and he's dangerous. You know, he can finish people. So yeah, I think that it's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be a good test for myself, and I can't fucking wait, man.
Awesome. I know he wasn't the first name given to you. I don't know how many. I shouldn't say it. I don't know how many names were given to you. I know of some names that were presented you.
Mhm.
Was he the first one that you were presented, or I know you don't really say no to anybody, but like was he the first one that was
Honestly,
given to you?
I can't even really remember, man. I think we got offered him like a while back too, but I was trying to get on a February card, but we couldn't find anybody. And then the original card was supposed to be on the 18th of this month, April, and that got pushed back. I'm not too sure why. So, but when I was on the card, the April card that got pushed back, it was the exact same fight. So I was just like, yeah. Jeremy asked me if I wanted to keep that same fight, and I said, yeah, let's roll, run it.
Awesome. And this card is A1's like yearly night of champions, 4 title fights, and usually when title fights are stacked, like the lower weight classes tends to open the title fights. You're the
Mhm.
co-main. You're third out of the 4. So that like, speaks volumes to like what Tom and the whole team at A1 thinks. Like, does that add any motivation to your end, or is it just another title fight, another fight for you?
It's just another fight, man. I mean, shit. The main event is a 35. 30 for the 35-pound belt, and yeah, that's just a weight class above me. So I mean, it's as far as being later on in the card, I do I do miss fighting earlier because shit. Last time I fought, it was like around 11, and yeah, it was just hella late, and I was just that's the only complaint for me. But I'm not really tripping though. I'm just happy that I'm on this card and I get a chance and a platform to do what I love to do.
Yeah, and please remember 11 p.m. your time is like 1 a.m. East Coast.
Yeah.
Also
So.
very rough to watch sometimes. So I think the last one, I think I literally was like in bed finishing up that card and was like, cool, he won. Snooze. Um, but speaking of motivation, it's always, I think every time we've talked so far, it's always been just another fight. Like, you don't let the outside like variables come into play. But little motivation. You did make a trip out to Vegas at the end of last year, and you got to train with the likes of like Brandon Moreno, Alexa Grasso, like UFC champions.
Yeah.
How did that experience go? And did that add anything like open up a new skill set to you, or anything stand out that you're like, oh shit, I didn't think of that or know how to do that before?
Well, first off, it was dope. Like that was my second time going out there to help Moreno with the camp, and that time, this last time was when I met Alexa. Shit, I met Brian Battle. It was dope, man. And as far as like the way that they train, and how many times they train, like work ethic wise, like I don't think that there was really much of a difference. But then the big difference was everybody's in your weight class pretty much. There was like 4 or 5 of us out there that were helping Moreno, and we were all 25ers, 35ers. So yeah, and then seeing how they're responding when they're getting like fresh guys on them every round, because doesn't matter who you are, after a while it's gonna get hard. You're gonna get fucking tired, and just seeing how that they were carrying themselves, and then being able to work through this adversity, was a good eye opener. Like it's like, man, like that you can do it. You can do it. They're showing you that you can do it. And me being able to go out there and rubbing shoulders with them, it makes me feel like I'm doing something good. I got to be doing something good. I got to be doing pretty fucking good in fighting. To be asked to come out and help, and it was like a super big privilege, and I was super honored to go out there, and I would love to do it again.
Also, and then for people who don't know when you're out there, the time frame does line up. I think with the Amira Bazi fight was probably the camp that you were helping with,
Yep,
and
yep.
I mean that fight was like, I don't think Brandon could have had a better fight that night. But then he came back into another fight after that was just as good too. So,
Hmm.
and then Alexa Grasso, her fight could have went better, but that fight was also kind of boring on both sides. So,
Yeah.
nothing that really happened from that training camp that could have made that better besides Valentina not liking just lay on the floor for 25 minutes.
Yeah.
But that's all the rear
Trying to
view.
secure the win. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the rear view. May 2nd's up next though. A win here does kind of line up pretty well with end of the year plans. Contender series rumored to start in August, September. Is the plan here kind of to win here and wait for contender series, or try to get one more in like June, July?
Um. Yeah, that's a good question, man. I mean, I would like to first. I got to get through Isaiah, and then before I start thinking about anything else. But I mean, if things can go my way, if I can kind of map out what I would like to do, I would like to win May 2nd, and then get a call for contender series. If it is hella later on in the year, then um, I'll see. I would want to stay active. I haven't fought since September, so yeah, it's been a good long layoff for me, and I kind of wanted to get back in there a little bit sooner than later. But we'll see, man. We'll see how the cards fall, and I'll move on from there.
And then I guess with A1 Combat, um, you do see a lot of A1 champs jump around as well. I don't know if Tom just doesn't do multi-fight deals. I don't know. I don't know the logistics there. Are you locked in just exclusive to A1, or are you able to go to like a Fury, a LFA, and so on as well?
No, yeah, I'm not under contract with them at all. Like, well, right now I signed a contract to fight, but then as far as like a multi-fight contract, no. Um, I fought for Cage Warriors a couple of years ago, and I would be down to fight for them again. I'd be down to fight for Fury or LFA. Yeah, I mean, the opportunities that have came my way have all been from pretty much A1 Combat, But if an LFA hit me up, or if I got an offer for any other regional promotion that's like a feeder promotion to the big show, then I wouldn't say no.
That's probably more of an off-camera question I had for you, but that works
Yeah.
out too. I'm always curious. I know a lot of other promotions will pretty much lock you in if you do a title fight.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've seen like Tina Black. She came in the A1, got the title, then fought in Invicta right the
Yeah.
next one, and then has
Yeah.
been kind of just around since then. But next up, May 2nd, Isaiah Torres, first defense of your A1 title. Um, does well if you look at the history of the A1 titles. Peyton Talbot is now in the UFC. Brian Loader's in the UFC. Next up, more than likely, Terrance Saeteurn in the UFC. Everyone knows the process to the UFC now. You have to get the contender series. No one really gets signed directly anymore. I'm gonna pass the mic to you though. I know you always have sponsors. You always have kick-ass T-shirts. You have a bunch of shout-outs and all. And we'll give the mic to you and give the praises, and then we'll wrap it up afterwards. Mike's all yours.
Appreciate it, man. Well, first off, I want to thank you again for having me. Uh, and then I would like to take a moment to shout out my sponsor at A Whole New Day. They've been my main sponsor, and moving forward, they're going to be my main primary sponsor. Um, if you guys are looking for any wrong turn merch or any A Whole New Day merch, if you guys go on awholenewday.com, you'll be able to purchase some of our stuff there. And then I want to give a shout out to my girl, because she's the one that actually makes the shirts. She's made all of my shirts. Um, and she does a fucking really good job. She doesn't miss at all. And so yeah, if you guys want to follow her on her Instagram page at Nick High Art, So thank you to my girl, and then I would like to give a shout out to my team and gym, Nobody MMA, Train for Life, my teammates, everybody that's been helping me get ready for this next fight. You know, coaches, Coach Sonny, Amini, Houston, Adam. Thanks to our sister schools, Triumph, 707 Triumph. I've been going out there and working with Bobby Sharonio III, AB, and Jaime. Been going out to Resistance, so thank you guys as well. Rooted Jiu Jitsu and Saber Jiu Jitsu. Thank you all. Thank all you guys. And can't wait. Can't wait to go out there and put on the show on May the 2nd.
Awesome. May 2nd, UFC Fight Pass. Latest bucket night. Thank you, Tom Anderson. 4 title fights. Hell of a great card. I mean, you look at everyone who's kind of won a belt, like I said, through A1. Latest one, Nick Maximov is now in PFL. Like, A1 title is leading you to bigger shows at this point. So great compliment to the matchmaking team, the entire team over there as well. And I think, you know, it's safe to say you're going to be the next, like, name that they put out there. So best of skill in the 2nd. And, you know, we look forward to a bunch of monsters and energy drinks to stay up to watch it and root you on. Awesome. Thanks for your time as usual.
Thank you.